Hi, sorry. There was some problem with my laptop. So yes, anybody has questions, anything? I'll wait till about 8:15 and then I'll start off talking about LAJA, talking about the event, and in between, if anybody has any questions or anything, you can always type it in and I'll try to answer that. Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah, you want to wait for a couple more people to join in before we start off? 8:15 is good. We are at 8:11. Another 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Will that be fine? The lighting is not too good. We will wait till 8:15 and then I start. Hi Julie, I hope you're coming for TATVA. It's on a Sunday, so you can work your schedules. I know that. You guys can hear me, right? It's clear. And there are, has anybody else joined? There are 3 people here. 3? Yeah. No. Okay. Okay, 1 more minute and then I start. Hi Purvi. I hope you're coming for TATVA. And if you're coming, please bring more people with you. I hope you all are regularly going through our pages and our updates and are aware of the speakers that we have lined up for you all. And believe me, these speakers are experts in their field. And we have really, we really feel honored that they have taken time and agreed to come and grace our show. So these are people who you don't get to meet on a regular basis. So I think you should all join in. Okay, great. So it's 8:15 and like promised, I'll start off. Kia wanted to know what Tattva was. Now, Tattva is the brainchild of LAJA, and it's an annual event that LAJA conducts. This is the 2nd year that we are conducting it. Now, Tattva was born out of the need to have a show where we bring all our women together and we discussed one particular aspect in its totality. I mean, we have coffee meets, we have seminars and all of that on a regular basis. But what we can do in 45 to 1 hour or 2 hours meet is barely touching the surface of the water. So when we do this annual event Tattva, we give an entire day where we bring experts from the field and we have them talk, guide you guys, give tips, and also listen to your questions. Last year's Tattva was on empowering women, and I think we did a very good job where we had quite a few mentors come down, talk to our women. We had some inspirational women talk and come and talk about their stories, and there was a need to do this for our women, and that's how we started Tattva. This year, like I said, every year we want to focus on one particular aspect. So this year we came up with Tattva Nurturing Thyself, and the idea is that we celebrate health, and we celebrate holistic health, and we celebrate, um, we discuss all the things which matter to us in terms of health. So now we're discussing about the four pillars in health, and we have like I when I was thinking about it and when I was writing about it, um, this is what I thought of. This is what Riddhi and I and the team sat and discussed. We said, nurturing thyself is focused on holistic health and wellness, and will address the four main pillars of good health. So, what are the four pillars? We talk about physical health, and physical health is not just about the way you look or whether you've got toned abs or whether you're a flat tummy, and not just that. We're talking about physical health, whether you're really physically fit, whether your immunity levels are good enough, or how do you attain a good physical health. So we have people talking about yoga. We have a yoga expert coming down and helping people understand yoga, helping people take tips from her on how to now yoga is sounds very scary or sounds very ye to humse nahi hoga kind of a thing, but we have somebody who will come and explain that it's not that bad and it's going to help us. So we're talking about physical health, then we are talking about mental health and emotional health is tied together, because if you don't feel at peace with yourself, if you feel mental health would include stress. When we say mental health, it's not just depression, yeah, psychological disorder. It includes so many things. So whether you are at peace with yourself, whether you're stress free, and in mental health this year we thought we would discuss two specific psychological disorders. So we are talking about dementia, and not many people are still aware about dementia. People don't know what is happening. I mean, what is dementia? Alzheimer's suna hai, dementia kya hai, and how do we go about? How do we diagnose it? How do we spot it? Diagnosing to dur ki baat hai. I mean, for that you have to go to a doctor. But as somebody who's living with somebody who has dementia, how do you spot? What are the telltale signs? So we have a wonderful panel, and one of the panelists is a movie director who has made a movie on somebody who's suffering from dementia, and with him is his wife who has seen this firsthand. Her mother suffers from dementia, so she's seen how a very lively, jovial, full of life woman suddenly, kind of shuts herself off, shuts the people around her off, and uh, you know um, it's mm, just a sec. um, so so that is one, not just a person suffering from dementia, because usually क्या होता है कि जो patient होता है वो तो सफर कर ही रहे हैं, but probably at a level they are like resigned to it. ठीक है, मैं बीमार हूँ. In dementia they don't even realize that, but in other cases I'm saying normally when there is a patient is probably in bed and lying down in bed and being taken care of. So the patient is very well taken care of. There are so many people who are going to take care of him or her. But what about the person who's taking care of the patient? That's a very important aspect. So through this director, Mr. Bora, and his wife Lopa Mudra, they have brought out that aspect of dementia. how a person suffering from that, what all that person goes through, and most importantly, what the person who's taking care of that person goes through. So, it's like looking at both sides of the coin. So we have somebody who's talking about dementia, then we have an we'll have psychologists on board who will also talk about mental wellness. So that is where we are talking about mental health. We're talking about relationships and self. How do you, what is the way you, how do you take care of your, uh, how do you bring about happiness in your life? I mean, I'm just touching upon these points, but in depth, there is so much to hear, understanding the relationship perspective in your shoes. Things like, now I'm angry at somebody, or I am in a relationship, in a husband wife relationship. I might be mad at my husband for something because I believe he's behaving in a certain way. But have I thought about what he's feeling? You know, like I said, I'm just touching the surface of the topic, and which is why we have actually gone out with, like almost like detectives with a microscope in our hand, with a spying glass in our hand, and searched out the best speakers are possible to come and talk to you people, talk to, explain what the concept is, explain what holistic health is. It's not just good physical health or good mental health, or a peaceful mind. It involves everything. Mm, Now our session on in physical health, we are also discussing something very important. We are talking about of late we have heard so many cases of cancer, and cancer is not something new. Cancer has been there for quite a long time, but India is supposed to be second in, the number of patients diagnosed with cancer, especially cancer related to women's health. So we wanted to, and cancer, even now, most cancer is treatable, and we are glad for that, because science has advanced and all of that. But there is still some aspects of cancer which we don't know. And like I said, again, we come back to the same point of identifying those telltale signs, being able to sit up and say, oh, today, this entire week or this entire month, I've noticed something different about my body. I must get it checked. Going to a doctor is no shame. Going to a psychologist is no shame. Going to a psychotherapist is no shame. And if you don't, as women, if we don't take care of ourselves, who is going to take care of ourselves? We women normally leave us to the last in our priority list. We wake up in the morning and we think, आज डब्बा बनाना है, डब्बे में क्या डालना है, बच्चों को स्कूल भेजना है, हस्बैंड को ऑफिस जाना है. If there are women who still belong to that, believe that बच्चों के और हस्बैंड के कपड़े इस्त्री करके रखो, वो सब कर लिया, then the daily rigors of life, बाई नहीं आई, बाई आई, ये काम नहीं हुआ, वो काम नहीं हुआ, सब्जी नहीं भरा, चावल नहीं है, आटा नहीं है ना, all of that. And you stop any woman, even on the road, and ask her, बहन आपने अपने बारे में सोचा, आपकी हेल्थ के बारे में सोचा? And I'm giving it to you in writing that she will have a blank look on her face, or she'll probably smile and say, kaha. We women are our worst enemies. We keep ourselves the lowest on the list of priorities, and we're lucky even if we are there. In most cases, we are not even in the list of priorities. Why women get affected so much is, whether you're talking about mental health, physical health, or relationships, what happens is, if you don't invest time in yourself, if you don't take time out for yourself, if you don't think you yourself are worth it, I don't think why anybody else wants to think you're worth it. Understand? अगर आप, remember Kareena Kapoor's dialogue, मैं अपनी favorite हूँ. When we heard that dialogue, I mean, I laughed the most because I thought it was so funny. But that's true. You have to think about yourself. A house will function if the nucleus of the house is hale and hearty, and we women are the nucleus in the house. No matter how many members you have at home, whether you're from a joint family or from a whether you are from a nuclear family, the woman of the house is the most important member of the house. Think about it. I mean, 2 दिन आप बीमार हो जाओ, you know what happens to your house. The kitchen is all ulta pulta. The children either miss their homework, forget their homework, or they don't take their dabba. Husband is in a mess, he doesn't know what to do. And your parents or your in-laws, they probably forget a medicine or something like that. You can imagine. So it is we women who need to be there on top of all things to fix it. Whether it is नल गल रहा है, तो you go tie a kapda around it till you call the plumber. So a woman is a financial planner. She's the finance minister of the house. She's a home minister because she's handling everything in the house. She's a doctor and a nurse because she's able to manage those chota mota nicks and all of that. uh, she's a very good entrepreneur because she knows how to budget and sort and decide क्या अभी आएगा क्या बाद में आएगा and all of that. So जब हम इतना कुछ कर रहे हैं, why are we not giving ourselves our due? Why are we not looking at the mirror and saying thank you for being the way you are, thank you for looking after the family? I mean, we know most family members wouldn't do that. So we need to start with it somewhere. So coming back to my point, as a woman, whether you're a patient, now when you're a patient of a mental disorder or a psychological disorder or a physical ailment, you are bound to be indisposed. I mean, you won't be able to do as much as you want to do. And the house is going for a toss. Similarly, if you are the caretaker, it's not just if, a woman by default is the caretaker. The emotional and mental stress that a woman as a caretaker goes through is not even imaginable. I mean, if your husband is not well or is suffering from a major ailment, major life threatening ailment, you are there looking after him, praying for his health, wanting him to come back stronger. At the back of your mind, you're thinking, how will I run the house? At the back of your mind, you're thinking, how will I arrange for the funds for the treatment? Yes, we have insurance and all of that in place, but that is still ticking in your head. And that lady at that point needs to talk about it. Who will she talk to? How will she talk about it? How will she express herself? How will she unload herself? So through our Tattva Nurturing Thyself, we have tried to do that. We have tried to bring you experts in the field of experts who have dealt with issues like this day in and day out. In our segment on cancer, where we have tried to bring in the we have tried to make it not very scary. Cancer by itself sounds very scary, so we have tried to tell you that yes, you can survive, and for that, to show you that it is possible to survive, possible to live a better, healthier, and a nourished life, we have somebody who has gone through cancer, somebody who has been there, done that, who has lived to tell the tale. And she's a woman who's come back stronger. She's she's an inspiration to many others. She's a mother, she's a wife, she's an entrepreneur, she's a doctor herself. So it's not just the emotional thing ki, hi, मैं बीमार हूँ, मैं क्या करूँ? She wants to tell you that yes, accept it. You have something, accept it, fight it. Fighting will bring you back. So we have somebody who can talk about that. We have a doctor who's talking about post event care. So you know of a cancer patient who has survived it, who has come through, but your post care is also very important. Just like how, after delivery, that 45 days that a woman is taken care of with, medicines and massages and good food and healthy food, and in the Indian context, ghee dalawa and wo laddu and all of that. Why is that done? So that that woman is able to rebuild herself. And after 45 days, when she takes charge of her home and her kitchen and her life, she comes back stronger. So care is needed. So we have doctors who will come and tell you about that. We have doctors who will come and not just give you the scary side of a story, but who will also talk about hope. We have we have people uh, who have, seen so many thousands of cases and know of people who have come back stronger. And that's what we want to put across. The idea is not that कल आपको कोई लाइफ थ्रेटनिंग इलनेस हो जाए या आपके अड़ोस पड़ोस में हो जाए. The idea is that when you leave our venue at 6 o'clock, when you leave Sasmira and you go back home, you go back with the knowledge that if you come across somebody like that, you are able to help them too. It is not just about I went to a conference, I sat and heard, and that's it. No, it's about making a lasting impression. It's about you walking out and making a difference to others' lives as well. That is what Tattva, that is what Lajja aims to do. Now we have talked about health. We've spoken about mental health, cancer, but there is another aspect of yourself. I believe, and Lajja believes, Riddhi, the founder, believes that we women are born talented. We are able to manage so many things without being taught to do it. I mean, we when we marry and we come into a household, we are not specifically taught to cook as per that household, or we are not specifically taught how to handle relationships. We are not specifically taught how to handle tantrums and all that, but we do it naturally. When we become pregnant and when we have children, nobody comes to us with a book saying bacha ye pad and you will be able to like master child rearing. No, we do it naturally, because that is what a woman is. She is multi talented, multifaceted, and multi of everything. She like a multivitamin pill, sab kuch aata hai usko. So when we are looking at all of this, we also need to look at our own selves, our own growth. So, with that, we have a section where we have, we have entrepreneurs who have actually started from scratch. घर के kitchen में कुछ बनाते बनाते, like a magic potion बना के, you have grown your empire. So we have entrepreneurs who are like successful and have a name for themselves. And name success doesn't come overnight. You have to work very, very hard. So there are women who have managed a home, managed children, managed their husband, managed their own professional careers, and then gone on to set up empires or set up a business of their own, which I think we have to bow our heads down to. So we have somebody who can talk about her entrepreneurial journey. Then we have other entrepreneurs who will guide you, who will tell you what can be and cannot be done. And thank you, Julie. You enjoyed the last Tattva, and I hope we see you again this time. So here we have somebody who's been with us and seen Lajja. We has attended our meets and attended Tattva, and she can vouch for us. So we want to touch your life. We want to make a difference in your life, and through that, we want to enable you to make a difference in other people's lives. That is what we're looking for. Then we have uh, a unique thing that we have planned in Tattva this year is that we have uh, we have somebody who's a mentor, who has been in the field as an entrepreneur, who has been in the field as a guiding force for many new startups, who has agreed to come on board and help women who have the potential to set up a big business. So you're already aware of the business pitch that we had rolled out, and if you're still interested, I think you can still um, fill in the form. You have to register for the event, of course, first, and then fill in the form. And the we will select of the lot that has come to us. We will this panel of judges will sit, panel of judges comprising of mentors, of successful entrepreneurs, and these people will sit, look at your business pitch, and the best ones will be given an opportunity to pitch in front of the crowd at Tatva. And so that will give you an experience of standing in front of a massive crowd and talking and being able to sell your idea. And the best idea will be given a wonderful mentorship opportunity where somebody who people line up to go to will take you under their wings for a year and guide you and handhold you, so to say. So that is where we talk about growth. And besides that, we have somebody who's who runs a Yogalaya Foundation come and talk about the yogasmic way of living, and I found that name very, very interesting. I mean, truly, that is interesting. Then we have somebody who's a very interesting topic that we have here is somebody who's going to talk about beauty within. And when you talk about women, we talk about bahari beauty, whether makeup barabar hai, kapde barabar hai, but what about the inner self? What about you inside? What about uh, you know uh, actually, you know what? I'll keep that a secret. I think you should attend the event to understand and be awed, blown away by what she's going to talk about. So we've been putting up details about our speakers, about our sponsors, about our guests, and I hope you have all been going through those. And if you have the time, go through their profiles, and if you have any questions, just note it down, and maybe when you come to the event, you can actually get an opportunity to talk to them. And so this is what Tattva is. I mean, I thought I would be able to talk about Tattva in 15 minutes, but apparently I've taken more time. But what is important here is, as a team member from LAJA, as a team member of Tattva, it is a passion that we see, the energy that is flowing in the team. I mean, we all have our individual careers, we all have our individual professional professions. We're giving that time, but despite that, we're giving time to this because we believe in this cause. It's not just about putting a show where people come and sit and listen to people talk and go away. It's about touching your lives. It's about making a difference to you. It's about empowering you with information, with knowledge. Empowering women just does not mean morcha nikal liya ki you're not giving women enough rights or equal rights. That's not what empowering women is about. Empowering women is about giving you that, making you aware, enlightening you. Tomorrow if somebody talks to you in a family gathering, if somebody is talking about something, you should be able to sit up and say, yes, I know about this, and yes, I know a little bit more than you do. Imagine the look on their faces. This is what Tattva is. This is what LAJA is. LAJA is here to empower you, to add to your lives, to make you a better version of yourself. We don't want to change you. We don't want to, convert you. We don't want to take you from A to B. No, we want to take you through the entire spectrum and update you. Where we buy, every time we go out, we buy something, we buy it to update ourselves. Phone aaya, next version aaya, we want to buy that. Laptop aaya, next version aaya, we want to buy that. TV का नया कोई version आया, we want to buy that. Fridge 250 liter पे हम शुरू किए थे. I mean, most of us would have started from there, and now we have double door, three door, ulta pulta door, and whatever. We have all evolved, we have changed, we have grown. So why shouldn't our minds grow? Why shouldn't our knowledge grow? Why shouldn't our awareness grow? So that is what we aim to do through this event of ours. And this is an opportunity, I wouldn't say once in a lifetime opportunity, because I'm sure there will be many more sessions and many other forums who will bring sessions like these. But this is an opportunity, and we have tried to, one, bring as many experienced experts as possible. We have tried to set it on a Sunday, because on a Sunday you are relatively free. Yes, you have the entire family there, and you have everybody coming home, and husband and children and everybody are home. But one day, take out for yourself, because like they say in the L'Oreal ad, you're worth it. This is for you. Do it for yourself and see the difference. The more enlightened, the more aware you are, the more you're able to stand up to things that life throws at you. Be there. And you all know, this is at Sasmira, which is in Worli, which is a beautiful place by itself, and I think you must at least come down to check out the venue. And this is on December 9th, which is a Sunday, and it's from 9 a.m. to 6. 9 a.m., of course, it's too early, so yes, the early bird catches the worm, and so you should come in early. You should enjoy the experience. You should talk to the people over there. You should open up. It's like a family. We're all women over there. I mean, you put four women together and you're bound to have a cacophony, in that room. So imagine we're putting so many women together. But this year, we're also bringing men in, because we want men to talk. We want men to understand what women go through. We want men to understand that a woman's role is not just, to limited to handling the house, or limited to handling uh, a particular aspect of her life. A woman is capable, and she only needs the chance to be allowed to do something. And why are people crying? I don't know why people are crying. Am I talking too much? But I think yes, please register. We have already put up our registration links and the payment links, and you should register. You should be a part of this event. If there are any more questions, please type away, ask, and you shall receive. Is there anything else that I have missed out? I'm not giving out the individual names of the speakers and the panelists, because we are already putting up creatives on our page, and I want you people to make the effort to come there, come on our page, come on our LAJA Presence TATVA Nurturing Thyself page, and actually read the lineup of speakers and panelists that we have, for you. And I also want you to go through our supporters, promoters who have people like people who are inspiring women in their own right, people who are influencers, who have uh, who acknowledge us, and who uh, support us, and who think we are doing a good job. And with people like that, with supporters like that, with support like that, I'm sure that we're doing the right thing, we are on the right path. And I want you all to come to the event, to meet us. Let's be friends. Let's get to know each other. Let's get to know about what's happening in the world, and let's get aware. I hope this talk helps. I hope it has cleared a few things out. I hope there are group discounts in case I've forgotten to say that. If you are interested in coming and you are able to get your friends along, then we have group discounts. You can always get in touch with us and we can arrange something for you. And be there. I mean, there are no two ways about it. Be there, be at the event. It will make a big difference in your lives. Any more questions? Anybody? Oh gosh, I didn't bring my water. Ask. Thank you, Swati. I am so glad that you are interested and you are coming. And believe me, this will make a difference to you and your life. And just the fact that you are in a room packed with so much of positive energy, so many people who are, raring to go, raring to achieve something, will definitely impact you. I mean, like they say, negativity brings negativity. Like this, you'll be in a room full of positive energy, positive thoughts, and positive feelings. And believe me, that will definitely impact you. It will take you to a higher level. So please be there. Get your friends along if anybody is interested. And we're talking about holistic health. We keep emphasizing on the word holistic because that is important. Let's not just look at beauty from the outside, or abs, or the height and the weight and all of that. Let's look at it in a complete sphere. Let's start from here. Your head, your eyes. Let your eyes take in as much. Let your ears hear as much. Let your heart be touched. Let your soul be cleansed. That is what we are aiming for. And I hope I have been able to shed some light about the event, and I hope I have been able to get you all a little bit excited. And I hope you all will definitely register. This is an opportunity which getting these people, these experts together has been a task. And we, Team LAJA, have worked really hard to get these people because we want to bring you the best. So they are the best. They are people who are experienced. They are people who have seen the world, seen their subject up close. They are people who will be able to guide you and make an impression. And I request all of you to register and come for the event. And let's not let such opportunities go by. You, such an event might not come back again in a long time. Come, be aware, be empowered. That is what we are looking for. And what more can I tell you? You know about our page. For people who haven't been following LAJA, this is our page, LAJA Worth Being a Woman. And we have discussions and daily updates. We put up something or the other every day. And we have a WhatsApp group as well. So people who are interested in joining the WhatsApp group, where discussions happen on a daily basis on different aspects of life. We talk about finance, we talk about health, we talk about child rearing, we talk about children, we talk about behaviors, we talk about relationships, we talk about sexual compatibility, we talk about beauty, we talk about dressing up, we talk about once in a while we talk about our in-laws, we talk about our relationships, and this is what we do. So come, be a part of this event, be a part of this beautiful family that we are talking about. And for those who are interested in joining the WhatsApp group, please send us a message and we will definitely add you. And this group, this forum has women from all across. We have chapters in Mumbai, Ahmedabad, Surat. We're planning Delhi, Pune, and Navsari, and we are planning to expand further. We are a self-funded setup, and we don't have any my bab to support us, so to say. Whatever we most of our team is here because we are passionate about the cause. We are passionate about wanting to do something for women. We are passionate about giving other women who don't have the confidence to find themselves. Uh, we are passionate about helping them. We are here to support as friends, as family, and yes, that's what we are. That's what LAJA is. Uh, the literal meaning of LAJA is sharam, shame, but here we want to take it further. It's not shame. LAJA is finding yourself. Find yourselves, break free from the shackles that bind you, and get empowered because you are the first step to helping yourself. Um, this is us. This is LAJA. Every year we'll come up with an event which is interesting, which is exciting, which has tons of information, knowledge, and like I said, like I promised, when you step out of Sasmira on 9th December at 6 o'clock, you're going to have so many thoughts in your mind. Think about all of that. Use it to empower yourselves, use it to benefit yourself, and use it, like we always say, to become better versions of yourselves. So I'm just about a couple of minutes away from ending this session. So if anybody has any questions, anything, and wants to ask, wants to say something, please let us know. Please, I'm available for another 8 minutes. I can go on talking. But I want you to, we did this session so that any queries are cleared, any doubts are cleared. And please, please do let us know. This is our link. I'm just putting the link there. Did it come? No, it didn't come. Control C. No, okay. Control C. Yes. Control V. Any more questions? Let me know. I'll just share the link of the event also so that you know, in case you haven't gone to the page and you want to register, you'll have the link here right away. So Control C, Control V. Please, that's the link that will take you to the event page. Register over there, and I'll also share the payment links with you in case you have already registered and just want to make the payments. Feel free to drop us a message in case you still have questions. Me or any one of the team members will definitely make time to respond to you. And We will make sure that we are there to support you and make the process of registering really easy. We're giving group discounts. We are giving uh, students of psychology. This is like a very good opportunity for you to come down and actually witness a discussion where people are being, uh, where it's where. Okay, I'll tell you something. This discussion where we are having about dementia, I think you should definitely make it a point to attend that, because you will be amazed by the kind of by the suffering that a person goes through. When I was sitting and talking to this lady who is part of the movie, whose mother suffers from this, I remember not wanting to cry in front of her when she was talking to me about this, because it touched me. And as a team, we think people need to know about this. Our cancer survivor, when the one thing that, uh, pinned itself to our heads when Riddhi, the founder of LAJA, and I went and met her was, you will not get a sob story from me. I have survived cancer and I have done it fighting. तो अगर आपको कोई दुखी कहानी सुननी है तो मेरे पास मत आओ. But if you want to know how I have managed to overcome this and how I've led a beautiful, healthy life, then yes, I'm ready to come and talk. And that is what we want. We want people with positive energy who will come out there and spread positivity. Life में वैसे भी बहुत दुख है सबको. But it's the happiness, it's the power to plow on, to trudge on, to move on, which matters. So, people, please, please don't miss this opportunity. Do sign in, do register. This is an opportunity which we as a team, LAJA, have brought for all our LAJA women and for all the women out there. We think this will make a difference in your lives, because we are not just ma or a mother or a daughter. We are individuals who think, who understand, who have feelings, and are equipped much better than men to handle most situations. I'm not man bashing here. I'm just saying, stating the obvious, stating a fact that women are equipped to deal with much more than men are. We need to accept it. We need to wear it like a crown on our head and say, yes, I am a woman. I am capable and I will do it. I will, not just as a caretaker, but as somebody who is aware and empowered. I keep, hitting in the word empowered, because that is what we are aiming to do. We want to empower you. So please register, join in today. If you have any further questions, do let us know. We're always ready to answer your questions. And feel free to come and bring many more people with you. This is what we want. We want you to be our ambassadors. We want you to bring in as many people as possible. This is your event. This is not just a LAJA team event. This is LAJA for you. So register now, join in, and be a part of an amazing event which is surely going to make a very big difference in all our lives. So be there. And for those of you who are seeing this live, I want you to come and say hi to me when you come to the event. I would love to see all of you who have been watching this. So my time's up and I wish you all a very good night. Think about it and register right now. If not now, then register tomorrow morning. But do register. Good night.